Welcome to Probably Dope Movies. I'm JC.
And I'm Cude.
And we're here to let you know if you should join Freddy Fazbear for 5 more nights in our review of Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 takes us to a new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location as they continue to explore the lore that is this animatronic chaos. Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
So, the first movie was a blockbuster smash. Everybody loved it, except for the critics. Does Five Nights at Freddy's 2 stack up to the original? We'll see in this review of... This movie is not good, guys. This movie is not good. That's how we're starting this review.
Wow. I almost had to leave, but I came back because...
No, he's come back.
Here's the thing. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. A lot of the mistakes that happen with these kinds of films is we have an audience, which is great. We want to play to that audience. We want to make sure the lore is loring. But for those who do not know the lore as well, we got to cater to those people too.
It's too much loring in this movie because I don't know the lore. I'm a gamer. And this movie makes me definitely not want to play those games.
Yeah, and so the original was not bad, right? I feel like it...
Was it not bad?
I mean, in my opinion, I think it wasn't bad.
Okay,
you know?
So I never saw the original.
Yeah, so it has a lot of the same characters, right? Josh Hutcherson, not McKenna Grace.
He sleeps half the movie, I heard.
That is a prominent thing in the movie, and they do a little joke in this new one. And then Elizabeth Lail, who is essentially a police office woman.
And an accomplice to her dad's murders, yes.
Matthew Lillard is the murderer, a.k.a. the...
Afton. Something Afton.
Yes, yeah.
Afton. That's all I remember.
That is the last name. His last name.
And it's so ridiculous. So I watched like 5 different recaps from different links of like descriptiveness. The best one that I saw was Elvis the Alien. You should check out his recap if you didn't see the first movie and you want to go see this movie, because he goes through scene by scene basically and makes fun of everything. And a lot of the same points were hit on in each recap of the movie. And that is that the first one was not that good.
Well, so here's what I'll say is, like, I think it was more obvious in the first one that they were catering to the audiences, but I would say the jump scares were
better
a little scarier, right? A little bit more, felt more intentional.
This movie, and I'm very easy to scare, guys. This movie, not one of the jump scares worked.
I absolutely agree.
Not one of them worked, dude. It was, did I expect it? I don't know. And it's PG-13, so you have to do things within that PG-13, but there are other movies that are PG-13 that worked better.
But they did it before.
For scariness.
Yeah. I think it's just, this is why it's tough for us to judge this on the full level, because it's like polar opposites. The fans love it. It's at like 80-something%, I think we checked before. Critics are saying like 12%.
But the fans are like 12 years old, dog.
Well, yeah, and I think it depends, right?
They're not even able to get into the movie.
It's the video game franchise itself has been kind of long run, and it's still, I think the last one was maybe 2023 or maybe even sooner, the newest game that came out.
Not fast enough. It needs to come out every 6 months, a new movie.
Exactly.
Trilogy done in 1.5 years.
So I think we could both agree that where this film falters is, you can always cater to the fans, but if you overdo it where the general audience is like, I'm not getting any of these references, and you're not even doing a great job of kind of what you would expect from just boilerplate, a scary movie with the jump scares and the plot, then you're servicing them and you're not servicing anybody else, and that's where it becomes problematic.
So this movie revolves around a new location, which is the original location, which I thought was in the first movie was the original location. This movie is confusing and convoluted and doesn't make no sense. This movie's all fanfare. If you don't know the lore, you're left out. Basically.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is we're kind of picking up the pieces from the last film, but there's just not as much juice. There's not as much of that new kind of...
Was there any juice for the squeeze from the first one?
I think so, because it was kind of a new concept. It was like, hey, remember this huge video game franchise from back in the day and also relatively currently?
And they already ruined it on the second movie?
Well, the sequel is always going to be tough to beat the original.
Well, you don't know what our score is yet, so it's not ruined yet.
I think you can probably guess based on how Cude's talking about it.
Yeah, this is not going to be a good score.
Sometimes when it's a new novel concept, we're like, oh, we're adapting this big video game franchise into a feature film, right? And I think they did
when has that been done good though? Like
Pokemon, Detective Pikachu.
Yo, that was good.
Yeah, there we go. Good. Super Mario Brothers movie, the new one, and I mean the old one. I feel like wasn't bad. I mean,
no. But I was a kid when the first one came out. That was not good.
But that's also animated. The new one was animated, so it depends. Live action.
Yeah.
When you go live action, that's when it can be tough.
Yeah.
And since this is kind of more practical effects, which I actually appreciated.
So that was the one saving grace of this movie, that Jim Henson's Creature Workshop did all the animatronics, all the whatever. And the thing that's good about this is that it's all practical, it seems like.
It looks like it, yeah, for sure. Practical. Maybe like a level of CG, but if there is, it's not super
CG
prevalent.
Level, because they didn't do anything super violent. And so that's what you get with a PG-13 movie. You can't do any gore. So you have to rely on the scares, and for me, this movie did not have any scares.
Well, I feel like we've said all we can say about it. And we want to preface this by saying, yeah, we haven't played the games, so I can tell just based on when we were in our theater, there's lore. There were certain moments that were not hitting for us that we could hear audibly were hitting for other people.
And I was laughing at parts in the movie that nobody else laughed at.
True,
so,
yes.
I think what happened was I was laughing at things that were obviously ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the people in the audience with us accepted it because it maybe had some type of fan service attached to it, and they were just like, yes, I accept this. And I was like audibly laughing at like serious parts. And this movie is not good.
It's not good for the general audience, but it seems like the Fazbear fans loved it.
But see, there are movies that are made
for both that they can kind of serve.
You don't have to know the full lore. You don't have to know who the Spin Hat kid is. You don't have to know who Chica was. You don't have to know.
Yeah.
Everybody in this movie sucks. The kids, and this is, you can go back to the first movie. The kids that were murdered, that embody the animatronics, they're all piece of crap, because like, just because you were murdered, does that mean that you now murder other people, innocent people, just because you were murdered? That doesn't make any sense. Let's take Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard, yeah.
Yeah. Is it Lillard?
Lillard, yeah.
Okay. Matthew Lillard, right? I'll get his name right before I crap all over him. Like Quentin Tarantino. Did you see that whole thing with him and Quentin Tarantino now? Yeah,
Paul
it's
Dano,
so crazy.
or Paul Dano.
Yeah, Paul Dano's great.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so anyway, There Will Be Blood, top 10 movie. Anyway, Afton is not a compelling character because there is no motive behind him killing the 5 kids that make the robots anyway. You know what I mean? Like, there is... Maybe the lore goes deeper than the movies
I think that's gotta
did.
be.
You know what I mean? But like, and I never saw the first movie, but I saw enough recaps to see like the first movie. There was never any like reason why he was doing this. Was he just maniacal? He was just crazy? Just crazy guy. I'm a crazy guy in a small town. Let me kill some kids. It didn't make any sense. And then since you don't relate to his character of killing these kids, it just kind of like takes away all the mystique and the intrigue of the overall storyline. So only the fans can stay for this, and it's not good.
I think the big thing about the original film that people would like is more the reveal, where you kind of see,
There was way more of that.
Yeah,
in the first one.
Yeah.
In this
So
one.
there's not really any aha, oh my gosh moments. It's more just like new characters introduced, new characters that like act like. So McKenna Grace is a new actress in this franchise. She's only in it, you blink and you'll miss it, right? Type of deal. But then there's also the
girl from Ghostbusters.
The girl from Ghostbusters,
Yeah, dude.
Afterlife, or what was the first one?
Egon's granddaughter.
Yeah,
She was great in that.
exactly.
Put some glasses back on her, dude, and change her hair back brown. And she'll get better roles. It's like, what? A lot of people didn't like that Ghostbusters, though.
Oh, then they're just hating to hate.
Hating on Ghostbusters, though.
Yeah, come on. But I think that kind of leads us to, I don't know if there's much else to say about it. So
What else good was there? Nothing. Let's get to the score.
oh my God.
There was nothing good about this movie, guys. I'll go first.
He set me up for that one. He's like, got anything else? No? Didn't think so.
Am I going to go first?
Yeah, you should.
Go first.
Kick us off.
So this movie was not good. If you're not a fan of it, if you're not a fan of the franchise, if you haven't played all of the games, we didn't even say what a synopsis of the movie is. We didn't even say what this movie's about. We didn't even talk about a lot of characters, but you don't need to do that. We spent more time doing this video than they took in the writer room for this. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have to go for a 1 out of 10, guys.
Oh my
this
God.
Is a 1
Wow.
out of 10. This may be the lowest score that I've given all year. This is the lowest score of the year. Before we end this year out, you're getting a 1. I did a 10 for Begonia, and I did a 1 for this. This is the worst movie I've seen all year.
Ouch. Well,
there is no redeeming factors. And you know why? Not to go too in depth, but in the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I was laughing, and I was like, okay, this is stupid and ridiculous. I'm laughing. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And then it tried to get like too serious and tried to do all this, and it was boring. This movie is boring. I didn't go to sleep, but I was all hyped up off of Red Bull and Adderall. It's like, what? I sniffed some Adderall before I went in. I didn't tell JC that.
yeah.
But this movie is very boring, and if it would have just been slapsticky and stupid, I would have laughed the whole way through it and been like, yo, 5 out of 10. This movie's a 1 out of 10, guys.
So, on that note, I would say the main thing that impressed me, which was the same as the original film, I would say, is how, like, the special effects, practical or not, it feels very realistic as far as, like, this unrealistic concept.
Especially with them, like, stomping.
Yes.
Every step they took was stomping.
Movements.
But then, even with those stomping steps and loud and all that stuff, they were still creeping up on people. That was so good.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't good.
I know, he hates it.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
Well, here's the thing. I think in the first film, they probably did a little bit of a better job with that, as far as the anticipation, the suspense.
Was it more silent in the first
Yeah.
Because these animatronics were moving, so like...
Yeah.
Like slow.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it would take you... I can run away from you, dog.
Exactly. It's supposed to be, I think, level of like intimidation stomping, maybe, to like, but I don't know.
That ain't intimidating. I'm just running.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going that slow?
Exactly.
I'm out. What's your score? I'm sorry.
It's all right. So, when I'm thinking about this, like I said, practical or not effects, it feels realistic. And I have to assume, based on what I've seen from other people, that they put the effort into the lore, just not as much into the plot for the general audience.
So they put more fan service in.
It was a lot more fan service. So I can appreciate a film that does that, because I've been a fan of other video game franchises, things like that, and I appreciated that.
He loves Star Wars, dude.
Yeah. No, that's me.
I don't know, dude.
Nah, I like Star Wars, but I'm probably not like a nerd about Star Wars. Like, I feel like there are other films that, like
what franchise
Pokemon.
do you really
I love Pokemon. So
you love Pokemon.
So when Detective Pikachu, when they were showing all those different Pokemon, and it was like they're kind of like
Charizard, I had him.
Yeah, when they had
I had that card.
Mr. Mime just Anyways,
see, I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Yeah. But that said, I'm actually still going to give it kind of a low score, which is going to be a 3 out of 10. I did give it a few points for you know, the fact that they're trying to service their fans and that it looked cool. But I think it lost a little bit from that first film, that suspense and that there was a little bit of more, I would say I felt more fearful, or at least like feeling like there was going to be more jump scares from the original trailer and the original film going into it. I was like, okay, I'm hyped up for this. The second one, I was expecting the same hype, and it definitely did pale in comparison.
In a movie like this, when you don't have any plot and you don't have any character development and you don't have anything else saving grace, you need to have good jump scares.
Yeah.
To at least scare the audience.
Yes.
None of the jump scares hit. It's very unrememberable. That's why we didn't do a synopsis, because like we didn't just get out of the movie and see this. We saw this a couple of days ago, and I don't remember anything. Like, I remember some characters, and I feel like this was just a way for them to add in, maybe they have a new character in the video games that they need to add in to the movies, and that just feels like a tie-in. Kind of like an old school McDonald's collab with the Happy Meals, where you had like the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Happy Meal. This was a Happy Meal of a movie, and the Happy Meal had crappy toys in it. So we're gonna do what, 2?
We're gonna do a 2.
We're gonna do
probably
a 2.
Dope score of 2.
Probably dope score of 2. Do not go see this movie. Do not give any of the money. If you are an adult, if you are over the age of 13, do not go see this movie.
If you're a fan of the video game franchise, it seems like they liked it a lot. So, hey, if that's the case...
How is it still in the 80s for that?
That's what I mean.
They just accept.
They're obviously, I don't think they would accept. I feel like if anything, the people who love the franchise would be more brutal. They would be more honest to be like, that did not... So? Yeah. If that was me, I would be like, this ruined it for me. So I guess
Five Nights at Freddy's is a 8 out of 10 for... Or a 9 out of 10.
I can always respect a film that splits audiences so, like critics and audiences, so drastically. From a 12% to an 88%, you don't see that often.
Yeah, dude, that is a drastic. That's 70%, dude.
Yeah,
70%.
Maybe 12 or 13%. Yeah, something. Yeah, 70. Yeah, 70+%.
Yeah, that's weird, dude. That's weird. This movie is not good. I do not recommend it. And on that note, I'm Cude.
I'm JC.
And thank you for watching our review. If you could, just please like and subscribe.
Please.
Even if you don't like us.
Hey, comment.
As people.
Comment, let us know. Maybe we missed the lore, because, we don't know much about.
We missed all the lore.
We did.
Comment how terrible of people we are.
We would love to talk to you, even if that's the case.
Yes, exactly. And so, thanks for watching the review, guys. This is Probably Dope Movies, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
Another 5 nights. They're coming out with, you said it's going to be 4? You think it's going to be 4? They need to stop at 3, guys. They need to stop at 3. Are they out of games?
No, there's plenty of games.
It's like 7 games, dude. Oh, we're in for the long haul on this thing. Ah!